In this video, we're going to be making this floor and wall in Blender. Let's go. Okay, welcome to Easy Blender by Mr.Tomato. Quick disclaimer, this isn't going to be that much of a complex video. We're just going to make adding image textures to our ground, the plane, and the wall. So it's not going to be that much of complicated stuff, but you might need to know a little bit about adding materials and stuff. So let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Wait. Dig on. Okay, so right now I'm on the left, and you can see what I'm pressing down here on the right. So first I'm going to delete everything. So drag and press delete. Now today we're only going to be using planes, but the concepts that you learned in this video, you can go use it on other objects. So Shift A, we're going to add a plane right here. So now we're going to duplicate this plane. So press Shift D, and then press the right click to cancel it, and it's gonna be on top of each other like this. And then you're going to rotate it. So press R, rotate it on the Y. So when you rotate it, you want to rotate it to like 90 degrees. So press 90 on your keyboard. It doesn't matter if you press it on the numpad or the numbers above. It both works. So just press 90. Then we're gonna move it to the left about 1 meter, I think. So just press G, X, GX, and then press the minus button, and then 1. Then we're going to move it up. So GZ and press 1. So there we go. So now we got our plane. This is gonna be our wall, and this is gonna be our floor. So we're gonna add the textures now. So go down here to the properties panel, and you're going to click this red circle, and it's going to be called the materials property. So you're going to add a new color, and then right here at the base color, there's going to be this yellow circle, and you're going to click it, and there's going to be this options you can choose in the texture. You're going to look for image texture, and then you're going to go into open like this, and then now we need our textures. So let's go get our textures. So just open Google Chrome, and we're gonna go to a website called Polyhaven to get our textures. So Polyhaven, like this, and then just click on the website. Then right here, Polyhaven, and there are HDRIs, textures, and models. We're here for the textures, so we just click on the textures, and now you can choose like any texture, but the floor we want it to be like wood or something. So if you want like marble, go ahead. If you want a brick floor, I don't know why would you want that, but you can do it. It can be anything. The possibilities are endless, but I'm just gonna go with a old kind of wood, so withered brown planks. And now you see you just go here, and you want to make sure that it's 1K. It doesn't really matter how much, but the more Ks, the more storage it takes. Now the con is when you have more Ks, the quality of our image would be higher, but the con is it takes more storage. So since we're just doing a simple floor and wall, we're just going to use a 1K and download. And when it downloads, it's going to be in a zip file. So for me, I made a folder to save my textures, and then I just downloaded there. So when I download it like this, and then go to my file explorer, and right here. So this is where I saved it, and you're gonna find this zip file, and then I'm just gonna extract it. Right click and extract here, and then it's gonna create 2 folders. So there's gonna be a Blender folder and the file that we use to extract. Now you can delete both of them, the zip file and the Blender file. So just delete it. And then now we go to our go to where it extracted the textures right here. And you can change the name later, but you want to look for the diff right here, or the color. It should be called diff or color after its name. So now you're gonna go to your Blender and you're gonna open and go to where you extracted your file. So textures right here, and as I said, the diff, diff, and then open image. Now you can't really see anything right now since you need to be in material preview. So up here there's gonna be 4 balls or circles, and then just click the 1 second from the left, and then you should see it. Okay, so now we have our floor. Now we can also do our wall, but since our wall is white, I don't really see any difference, but you can try different ones. So go back into Chrome, textures, and let's say you want a brick wall. It can be anything, beige wall, kitchen wood, but for me I use beige wall, so I just downloaded it, and then now I have it in my file explorer. It's right here, beige wall. So now simply you can do the same thing, but you can also do another way, is go to shading. Now this is basically a more complicated way to do this. Now you might ask, then why do we need to do the more complicated ways? Because with this we can do more complicated things, like setting up our specular and roughness. So this is just doing it the other way in shading. You click up here that says shading. Now if you're just a beginner and just starting out, you can just do the way that I just taught you. But if you want to try the node way, the putting blocks together, so select our wall and create a new material. There's going to be a button for here. Now you're going to see this giant square. Now you see when you go to the properties, material properties, it's the same thing. It's identically the same. So now what you did was you added an image texture like this. Now when you do that, it's going to add this node, this block, and it connects to this giant one. So if we're going to do it in this way, then we can just add the image texture right here. So Shift A and search for a image texture right there. So now you got this, and you plug the color into the base color. That's where we click the yellow circle, and then do the same thing, open, and go to where you save your texture. So now I got it. So now there's the 2 ways you can set up an image texture. Now there are 4 images as we saw. We can do that is for making PBR materials. You can go watch the PBR playlist. So that is it for doing image texture. If you want to make it more realistic, because this looks more like putting a piece of paper printed wood and slapping it on a piece of cardboard, which isn't that realistic. So if you want to go check it out, you can go to the PBR playlist, and that is it for setting up image textures and making this uh, floor and wall.